Chapter, not registered.
Ye. I think so. Good meat or Dugan's Hole? Yeah. Ye. Found out. Yeah. From basically the mayor that is the spy. As you do. Ye. Just family
SWB
conversation.
audio capture, not registered.
Goblins. They were human. Giuseppe. How dare Josh? I mean, I don't think I ever said it was honeyed ham. I think I just said it was a sandwich. Okay. Sure.
SWB audio capture, not
Okay.
registered.
I love how you were automatically assuming that all of us is gonna get it. Get the mayorship. Oh, yeah. I mean, you did say soon to be mayor. You did say soon to be mayor. Continue. It was shiny. The cackling chasm. Speaking of which,
SWB audio capture, not registered.
would you like to take the short rest even after I read the flavor text on approaching the chasm? A yawning chasm ahead of you threatens to devour you as if it were a giant, icy maw. The wind sweeping through the mountains can't drown out the inhuman cackling that echoes in the chasm's depths. And just by peeking in, you can see a whole bunch of humanoid skulls stacked on either side of the cave mouth, with icy steps descending into the actual stone. And blood has been used to draw crude symbols on the skulls. Alright, what are you writing and who? Gotcha. Let me just look up, like, travel speed for a second. Because, like, regular travel speed is different in Rime here because of all the snow. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hell if I know. Let's just call it 5 miles an hour.
SWB audio capture, not
I
registered.
don't know what an eagle's speed is. Ethan, I'm going to wring your neck. Sorry, how much flight per hour? 30 miles an hour, nice. It'll reach Goodmead in half an hour. Although... Everyone shut up for a second. Because this is still going to be kind of difficult terrain for Nugget because of all the fucking snowstorms, it's going to take him an hour to get to Goodmead. Still a single hour. Not bad at all. Bird goes zoom. Thank you. We'll get going now. And just flaps away. I think so. What boys did you have? No, Giuseppe died. Looking at the previous map, it doesn't look like any of your buddies survived, except for the weasel, maybe. You might still have the weasel. who at this point is just freaking out and chittering wildly.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Just like, I would accept. And just starts aggressively biting into the meat. I don't know what do. Short rest? Alright. Yeah. Can I have you all roll d6s for me? Just 1d6 each. Yes! Yeah. Same how I'm also probably gonna steal the corruption system that you stole. No, it's stealing. Yeah.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Okay. So 2 6s and a 1. I'm gonna roll a d3 to see which one actually takes most effect here, the 1 or the 2 6s. No. Okay. Oof. Alright. Yeah. I do have some extra nulls. I will roll that d3 for nulls. As you guys are resting, you begin hearing like some of the slurping that was going on deeper in the cave, presumably from Knowles eating food. You can tell that something has broken off, and Wiggy, upon actually watching, a couple of Knowles just like look up out of the cave and hear noises. They don't seem to have spotted. Actually, make a stealth check, everyone.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Someone give me the average. I want an actual number here. So 9. They make their way out of the cave, not noticing you until they actually turn their heads to see you and just like, I will let you get that one attack off before initiative starts. No, like, you blurted that out immediately. You can Eldritch Blast. Why is it on my, like, DM screen, Wiggy is right here, but yet on my stream, okay, there we go. Weirdness. Yeah. The thing in Imperium that happened. Yeah. Just like, that's not where that person is. Okay, because I saw you, like, right here-ish or something. Right here. See, now I see the... See, now I see that the dragon is right here. The metal dragon. Yeah. Just like, boop. Yeah, see, there we go. Stupidity. But, that Eldritch Blast will not hit. So, ba-ba-da... Initiative!
SWB audio capture,
My
not registered.
rolls. Okay, that wasn't a terrible roll there, but... It's... At this point, it's 2 nulls. Maybe. This cave is very echoey. Yes. Not yet. This occurred about, like, 30 minutes into your short rest. So, Lehman, wreck shit. Here. Red null and blue null. That will not hit. As the null just kind of deflects it with its spear. And shield. Mostly the shield. Sprocky. As the gnolls just begin cackling wildly. At this point, your Eldritch Cannon is your dragon. Oh, yeah. Red Knoll has approximately half cover right now. As from the floor of the cave to the top of where you are is a difference of 15 feet.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Okay. Oof. You almost misfired, too. That will not hit due to cover. Is that your turn? Okay. Wiggy. Yeah. This book is basically just a collection of scrolls. Yeah. Oh. Choke points. So that's a dex save? No? Oh. Alright. Cool. Vera. Oh, yeah. Assume the blasts. Alrighty. Dex save for red. He fails. My rolls are shitty today. is going to try and shoot a longbow at Wiggy. You have 3/4 cover. That's a nat 20 of a 23. Okay. 2 piercing damage.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Umag. You just saved yourself 8 damage, by the way, Josh. You just saved from 8 more damage. Ooh. Let's see, with half cover, that will still hit. He's not dead. Is that your turn? And the Knoll's dead. He had 2 health. Yeah. Yeah, back up to Lehman. Alright. Sprocket. For 1 damage. Alright. I think they do. 'Cause, like, in the first session, yeah, weasels have a stat block. In the first session I ran as a DM that, like, evolved into something, like, remember no. It was the first session of Dragon's Egg that I used the weasels, but yeah, weasels have a +5 to hit and do 1 piercing damage. Oh yeah, Augustus was a G. Sprocket. Evan. Oh, he's milked it.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
He's got 3/4 cover. Oof. That, with 3/4 cover, will not hit. Wiggy. Okay. I'm sorry, what? I mean, go for it, I guess. I could just roll initiative for all of them, or I can just group them. Grouping them would be easier. Do it. These gnolls are already gonna summon more gnolls. Yeah, at this point, this gnoll is even starting to notice, like, hey, wait, there's something going on. Can I have you make,
SWB audio
say
capture,
intimidation or
not
performance.
registered.
Yeah, Knoll is not intimidated. So let me just, like, put a new Knoll in the initiative and have them all act on green. Oof. they rolled a low initiative. Vera. He's got 9. Yeah. Danielle constantly playing the healer. Alright. The last blue knoll is going to just, like, see this whirling set of blades. Decide, no! Not uncommon, just, like, kind of goes just, eh! And retreats into the cave a little bit. And from within, you hear this big, just, screech. Knoll screech and cackling. A what? Oh, they do not. Do you really think you could take a Flind at this level? True.
SWB audio capture,
I mean,
not
you certainly got
registered.
yourselves into a situation. So let me just roll initiative for the orange group of gnolls. A 12. Let me roll one for this other Chardalin Berserker dude. One of the guys that you fought before getting teleported here. This gnoll just basically said, hey, we're being attacked. I don't actually know that. I'm gonna need to read the flavor text. And then a 14. I mean, fuck, let me just fucking read the flavor text then. Because I'm curious now too. I don't know. No, yeah. So, here, I'll say this. The gnolls captured the Chardalin Berserker almost by accident. He ventured into the chasm a few days ago and brutally attacked any gnoll he encountered. And he got locked in a cage, so actually, he won't be in the initiative. He's in a box.
SWB audio capture,
Alright.
not registered.
This gnoll. What does this gnoll do? What is this gnoll's speed? Speed is 30. Gotcha. Is a rampage thing? Okay. The gnolls are gonna start making their way around. Okay, the orange gnolls. Were they sleeping? Were the orange gnolls sleeping? Does anyone remember what time of day it is? Here, I'll just roll a GM roll a 1d24. According to the roll, it is 3 a.m. Here, let me just start moving a bunch of gnolls. Eh. As you just
SWB audio
hear
capture
this
not registered.
incredible just chorus of laughing. And the pitter-patter of little mole feet coming to kill you. They're generally medium-sized. But they're coming to kill you. Not everything, necessarily. Just most things. They're just gnolls. The mag. Cool. Green gnolls. One gnoll over here sees the wall of blades and just like, do I want to deal with this? Let's shoot at the kobold! The only one he can really see right now. As you just hear pew! 15 does not hit. This gnoll over here is also gonna shoot at Wiggy.
SWB audio
not.
capture not registered.
This gnoll is gonna shoot at Lehman. That is a 21. Josh, would you say Lehman has half cover from here, or full cover? Or 3/4 cover? Actually, like, if he was right here, if the gnoll was right there, it would probably have half cover. Since it's right here, it probably has 3/4 cover. Yeah. So, does a 21 hit with a +5 to your AC? Gotcha. Yeah. And a 9 does not hit Sprocket. Lehman. This gnoll corpse is just mincemeat. I'm gonna delete it. Alrighty. That will not hit. Alright. See, the thing is, while it's a choke point for them to get to you, it's also a choke point for you to get to them. But they also have cover. Vera is the only one who's just like, ignore cover. Hey!
SWB audio capture not registered.
Which one are you shooting at? I should number the greens. Yeah, she's good at that. No. I've known this all through high school. Shoot the goddamn glass ball! Oh, it's Sprocket's turn. What? Can you what? Oh, yes you can. Yeah. So, deck saves. What's the DC? 12. 13? Okay. Success, fail, success, fail. So number 2 and number 4 have been fairy fired. Alright, it has advantage, but of course 3/4 cover. That will not hit, unfortunately. Wiggy! Ooh. Ooh, shattered. DC? 14. Success.
SWB
Fail,
audio capture,
fail,
not
success.
registered.
Alright, so half damage on that one. Full on that one. Full on that one. And half on that one. Alright. Vera. For green, gotcha. It has passed the save. Blue Knoll is gonna do something interesting and get on top of the green knoll. Knoll pole! And he's gonna try and shoot at Wiggy. Wiggy doesn't have cover for this, but he's doing so at disadvantage. That is a 12. Alright. This knoll. Let's see. 30 feet there. And let's have it dash to see what's going on. As you see a knoll with white fur pop in. Just like, eh. Let's see. Yeah. And it is now time for the orange knolls, so pardon me while I move a fuck ton of knolls. 560.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
No. No. You have to work for it. You have to work for it harder. And one more orange knoll. Does this knoll even speak common? No. Alright. Ubag. The yellow ones. Alright. Advantage, but 3/4 cover. Oh. That'll hit. Question, is the blade thingy, I forgot the spell, is that a when you start your turn there and when you enter it for the first time? Gotcha. This green knoll is gonna test his theory. So yeah, roll damage. Oof. Not good, but almost killed him. As Knoll
SWB
just,
audio capture not
with
registered.
a large amount of fury, just goes straight for Lehman with a spear in both of his hands. Well, that's a 22 to hit Lehman. For 7 piercing. You may now kill the Knoll. Oh. And because it's not smart, it's gonna run away. Go ahead and smack the Knoll. Yeah, how do you want to kill this specific Knoll? As its body tumbles down the stairs, I'm actually gonna have Green Knoll number 3 make a dex save. Yeah. No, it's 15 feet down. But Knoll number 3, like, Knoll number two's entire body just slams into Knoll number three's legs as it falls on its face prone. And chitters angrily as it gets back up and tries to shoot another arrow at Lehman. Because, hey, you just killed his buddy. Back. That's a 7. My rolls are so shitty today. Knoll number 1 is going to make a longbow attack at disadvantage against Wiggy. That's a 6. 4 is going to try and shoot Lehman. That is a 14. So, no. Lehman.
SWB audio capture not registered.
What are you doing? Planar warrior? Planetar is an angel. Number 4. It will have 3/4 cover from you. Yes, it does, as you shoot it right in the kneecap. And it's dead. Horribly, horribly dead. Spur rocket. Oh, yeah. Then Wiggy. Okay. Half cover. Nope. That will not hit. Alright. Oh, yeah. Vera. On number 3, I assume? Well, I don't know that. It has failed the save for 2. The one remaining blue Knoll is going to get off his buddy. Shoot an arrow. Shoot an arrow at Lehman.
SWB audio capture not
That's an 18
registered.
hit with +5 to your AC. And Wiggy, you see that the white Knoll has started commanding its friends to retreat. Or at least you get that kind of feeling because the blue Knoll runs the fuck away. Knoll friend is, let's see. Let's dash over here. No, it can still see the light of day. This knoll is smart. The orange knolls are just gonna stay there. Umag. Go for it. 3/4 cover. Sad. Okay. Green knoll number 1 is going to hide behind a wall. Green knoll number 3 is gonna hide behind a wall. Lehman. As just all of the cackling that you heard before just goes silent. Alright. Sprocket. Is he here back? Is he here back yet? Okay. The gnolls have run away. They have
SWB audio capture not registered.
Yep. I don't actually know how big this opening is. So let me check that. Well, that doesn't say. Joy. So let's just say that it could fit through with a dex check. With a dex save. Actually, you know what? Yeah, dex check, acrobatics. A 15. I'd say that's enough to just barely squeeze through. Boop. Oh, does this boy have vision? He does not. Does he have night vision? He's a homunculus. "60 feet of night vision." Alright. Do you see through him? Good.
SWB audio
And
capture
this buddy is gonna
not
stab you
registered.
and slash at you. So, bite. Does a 12 hit? Okay. And that is a 16 to hit. And a nat 1. 8 slashing damage to your buddy. He is dead. Turn off vision for him because he's dead. Like, it didn't even get a chance to fire blindly. Oh, the cannon stays there. Okay. Then the cannon can fire. Since this is a ranged attack, please roll with disadvantage. 14. Will not hit. Wiggy. Eat him. Before you attack, he's going to fire an arrow at you. That is a 19. For 3 piercing. Oh dear. Is that at long range? Oof. It isn't? Wow.
SWB audio capture,
23.
not registered.
It no longer has a head. I love Shadowblade. Vera! Wiggy has descended. Blood for the blood god! I don't actually have a blood god. I need to write that down. Where's my fucking pencil? I mean, Ashal has its own gods, remember that. Let's see. One remaining blue knoll. Chuck the spear! That is a 13 to hit. Hide. Alright. Big, scary knoll. Oh, did you prepare an action? Go for it. 3/4 cover. Well, shit. That'll hit. So that is what, 24?
SWB audio
not at
capture,
advantage.
not
Gotcha.
registered.
That's a shame. Bite and claws. Does a 10, 18, or 19 hit you, Wiggy? Alright. That is 5 slashing damage. As it makes this odd-sounding call. It is now the orange knolls. Okay, let's actually make room for his... Yeah, let's make room for his buddies. They don't know you have Sentinel. Let's see here. Vera does a 15 hit. Well, shit. Alright, give me a second. That knoll moves there. And this knoll takes 16 psychic damage, nearly killing it. Yeah. Vera, that is a 20 to hit for 8 piercing. No. To be fair, you entered the room. A 13 does not hit. That knoll pops over here and is gonna shoot his bow at Wiggy. Pew pew. That is an 8.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Seeing the Eldritch Cannon is going to pick up the homunculus and throw it down the chasm. as you hear countless clanks of metal. Umag. As you have found Vera surrounded by gnolls. Wow, y'all out here just decapitating gnolls like it's nothing. He's dead. See, hold on. That guy was the... Okay. The last green gnoll is gonna come in and take a stab. A 7 does not hit. Lemon. They have half cover from you right now. You're still, like, halfway up the stairs. No, you're halfway up the stairs. Like, it's an odd angle to try and hit. Basically any of these guys, but this one. But the green.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Yeah, you can shoot green gnoll just fine. Alright. That is 6 damage. Is that your turn? Sassy Kobold. Sprocket. Gotcha. Half cover. Nice. That will hit for 6 damage. Your Eldritch Cannon is 200 feet down a chasm. Your Eldritch Cannon is very dead. What? Oh. Oh. Wiggy. Wiggy. Which one are you stabbing? Okay. Alright. That gnoll is very dead. How would you like to kill him? Excellent. Vera.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Nice. Terrible upcast, but good initial heals. Alright. The blue gnoll. This blue gnoll is just like, hey, wait a minute. This kobold may be a threat, but the big green lady's the healer. Shoot a bow! Oh dear, that's a nat 20. So please lose 10 of the health that you just regained. As it just cackles and runs behind its corner. Scoot. This scary white furred knoll is gonna try and murder you, as per usual. So that is a 24, a 17, and a 16. Can I have you make me a Constitution saving throw? Alright. No poison damage for you, so that'll just be 9 piercing. Orange Knoll number 2 is gonna be like, hey look, a tasty kobold. Stab. That's a 10. Because the orange knoll that I gave the initiative order to is under him. Knoll number 4. I'm gonna step right here. They don't like Wiggy.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Alright. Stab. Miss. And then go stab. Miss. This knoll can just barely get to Wiggy. Stab. A 17 does not hit. I think that's all the orange knoll. Zulag! Too late for that now. Oh. Alrighty then. Wall of knoll. That knoll no longer has his face. Alright. It is squishy. Cool. Because green knoll's gonna flank you. Here, move orange knoll to the back. Here, actually, I'll just move orange knoll into the wall. Just so he's out of the way. Okay, green knoll. Stab. 18. Oh, okay. 8 piercing. And then lemon. There is a knoll that just stabbed Umag.
SWB audio capture, not registered. A 15... a 17? Yeah, 15 will hit for 9 damage. He is very near dead. Go for it. That unfortunately will not hit. Was like, no, I don't like it. Sprocket. You can. Please make a grapple check. Please make a grapple check. Athletics, yeah. As you just watch Sprocket hop onto this Knoll's shoulder, who has now begun to freak out. You may now shock and grasp. Unfortunately, he does swat your hand away before you can get him, but you are on top of him. Yes. It's not metal. Wiggy. Okay.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
A 15 will not hit. Why do you have advantage? Oh yeah, this is Shadow Blade. It takes 14 psychic damage. Okay. Vera. Alrighty then. Le dex save. He has failed. Cool. Blue Knoll. Pop out of his corner. Shoot Wiggy. Profit. No, he missed horribly. The White Knoll is going to continue actively employing strategy and attempt to kill Wiggy. That is a 21, a 16, and a 14. Please make me a con save. Alrighty then. Why do you have shield? Oh. Alright. As that page just kind of crumbles into dust. The Orange Knolls make their turn. Number 6 there is gonna continue to try and stab Wiggy and fail horribly. Same with number 4. Oh, hey, that one actually hit. Or actually, what's your AC right now? 3? Oh, 23. Fuck, it just missed. It rolled a 23. And then 5 is going to try and stab the one on his green friend.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Alright then, Umag. Ethan. Technically, yes. Sure. 4 is gonna stab you, though. And miss. Horribly. Even more horribly than before. Oof. All of our rolls are not good. Alright. Sprocket, please make me an athletics... Yeah, an athletics check. Is gonna try and throw you off of him. Rolled a nat 1. And if it had disadvantage or advantage, it would have been a nat 1. So this Knoll is freaking out. Lehman. That scream was probably heard through these walls. Alright. Oof. Sprocket. Go for it. Why advantage? Oh yeah, Kobold. Hey, how do you want to kill him?
SWB audio
both
capture,
it and you
not
fall
registered.
To the ground. Please make me a dex save, actually, to not go prone. You are now prone. Oh boy. Wiggy. Attack in number 6. It has died. Blech. Alright, Vera. There are 4 Knolls left. Yep. The 3 you see now and the 1 bastard shooting arrows.
Alrighty then. That... No, he rolled a nat 1. Blue bitch is gonna shoot Umag. Yeah! Does a 17 hit? Okay, hide in the corner. Isnol is gonna move up here and continue to try and murder Wiggy. 20, 19, and 11. Please make me a con save. Oof. You are taking 5 piercing, 6 poison, and then 6 slashing from the claw attack.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Alrighty. Here, I'm gonna move Vera for a second so I can move the green knoll off of the initiative order. Orange knolls. The 2 remaining orange knolls. Number 5. We'll try and murder Sprocket. That is a 12. Our rolls are so goddamn shitty. Spear against Wiggy. 23 for 5 piercing. The gnolls don't like you either. Umag. Yeah. If you scoot to the other side of him, yeah. 4 is gonna stab you. With a 19. Alright, 5 piercing damage to Umag. And 9 to this boy. No. 13 damage. How would you like to kill this bucko? Cool. So many decapitated gnolls. Alright, Lehman. Make me a contested... Like, you can roll athletics or acrobatics, it's gonna roll athletics. You cannot move through.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
That will not hit. Alright, Sprocket. I'd say you'd have enough movement for that. Exactly enough. Because it's half your movement to get up and half to mount a thing. Alright. That will not hit the white knoll. Oh yeah, advantage. That will hit the white knoll for 12 piercing. It is not happy. Wiggy! Ooh. 10 psychic. It's not dead. Vera. Okay. How would you like to kill it? It had 3 health left, and it rolled a 12.
It rolled a 12 on its save. Blue bastard Knoll is gonna pop out, see that all his other friends except for the white one is dead, pull out a spear and go stab Wiggy.
SWB audio capture,
With a
not
16.
registered.
Cool. Scary Knoll. With a 23, a 13, and a 23. Please make a con save. Hey! You are taking a total of 12 damage. The orange gnolls have perished. Umag. Yes. He has a Shadow Blade. Nice. 13 damage. Lemon. I think I'm gonna say no on that. This is already really tight quarters. Yeah. Like, this is already really tight quarters. There are dead bodies everywhere. He wants that advantage. You can make do without it. Alright. That's sad. Sprocket on top of Vera. To what? Oh. Make me... Well, first off, how far can you jump? Without a running start?
SWB audio capture, not
Like
registered.
equal to your strength score? You could make it! So please roll me contested grapple check. You have grappled him. It rolled a 9. No, or yes, actually. It will just swat your hands away. Wiggy! Alright. For 13 psychic. Nice. Vera. Alright. Back. It has passed the save. Blue Knoll bastard is going to continue to try and stab Wiggy because it saw him murder all of its friends. Stab. That's a 23 to hit for 5 piercing. Alright. So, Sprocket, please make an acrobatics or athletics check. It's gonna use... Whoa, dear. That... It rolled a 5. Never mind. Well, you have him grappled, not restrained, so he's gonna proceed to murder Wiggy because Wiggy is the biggest threat.
SWB audio capture, not
That is 8,
registered.
and that is a 13. You have lived. Orc boy. Fine. Just because it's funny. $15 damage. He's not dead. Living. That will hit for 14 damage. He's not looking too good. Sprocket. Alright. Well, shit. That, like, he just starts spasming. He's not quite dead yet, but he's very close. Wiggy. You sounded a bit Kermity there. How would you like to kill him? Vera.
SWB audio capture,
safe.
not registered.
That is a nat 1. I've been rolling so many nat 1s, it's absurd.
The knoll is going to beg for its life.
It is going prone.
Yes.
I don't know, like 5? Oh boy. As silence now fills this chasm, except for some not so friendly moans coming from further inside. You may. Here, let me read some flavor text for the area with the bloody table first. So, actually, Wiggy, roll me a religion check. Yeah. You're the only one who might know about such things. That was a history. Same difference indeed. Alright then, so just a crude stone altar with a mountain goat's bloody head
SWB audio
resting atop it
capture,
dominates
not
this 8-foot
registered.
high cave. The floor around the altar is littered with gnawed animal bones. Like Statue Men. Plop. As Sprocket, now looking over the ledge, you can see your shiny little boy at the bottom of the chasm. It's dead. But this flavor text is 30 feet below the surface. A shelf of rock surrounds the chasm's gaping maw. Its cracked sides riddled with caves and festooned with sharp rocks. Festooned, that's an interesting word. Farther down in the chasm, you see dead gnolls impale on some of these fang-like protrusions. There would be manic laughter, but you kind of murdered the source. Sounds like it.
SWB audio capture, not
Yeah,
registered.
it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's a big thing, you're gonna have some trouble.
Maybe. I mean, if it was a one-on-one, he would probably kill you.
No, he is a kill everything else but the big bad. He's the mop. But this cave has now started to smell like blood and flesh. And musty fur. Because gnolls are gross.
Let me actually see. The white gnoll does not actually have anything on him. As the weird berserker dude starts kind of yelling at you. Only Wiggy sees him. Wiggy, freeze there. To your left, painted in blood on the wall, painted in blood on the walls of this 8-foot-high cave are pictographs of a towering monster with sharp teeth that wields what looks like a
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Corpses in its wake. A small fire crackles near the south wall, filling the cave with smoke. Cooking above the fire is a small green fish, while behind the fire, leaning against the south wall, is a blood-encrusted spear and fishing pole.
That's why I had you roll religion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can roll religion for that because like the goat head was less descriptive. This is like the symbol. Yeah, it's Yunogu.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like a sack next to the fire. Alright. This makeshift bundle has 21 gold, 56 silver, and 117 copper. I'm typing it out. One thing that also catches your eye is that the fishing hook attached to the rod is very shiny.
SWB audio capture,
The
not
visage
registered.
of Yunogu has been properly defaced.
It is attached to a shiny fishing rod bit behind the fire. Sorry, the fishing rod's not shiny. It's actually quite broken. Not broken. It's not good wood, but the fishing lure, the hook, yeah, is very shiny. Alright. You have obtained a shiny fishing hook. Please freeze. Okie dokie. I'm gonna read the area with the berserker dude in front of you first. So, situated atop the ledge is a cage made of thick timber beams with a bolted iron door and iron fittings. The cage is 5 feet on a side and 7 feet tall. Inside it, a male human in hide armor paces back and forth. His murderous eyes lock onto any sort of movement he notices. And, oh, he does have a single javelin. He's going to throw it at you. Give me a moment. Throw his one spooky javelin. That is a nat 1. In the ravine it goes. Anyway, so he clutched a javelin made of a black crystalline substance. The skin on his hands and face is black from frostbite, and his lips are chapped and bleeding from the cold. As he just proceeded to chuck the weird javelin at you, missed entirely, and you hear it ting down the chasm.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Just points into the chasm. Go get.
The javelin's probably like here. Spooky javelin's probably like right there. Yeah, that's 100 feet down, dude. Pretty sure you don't want that. But let me read the area to your left, Wiggy. So, the strong scent of dirty fur fills this dark, 10-foot-high cave. The stone floor has deep ridges where hundreds of clawed feet have scratched it. Over there, rotten crates and torn sacks are strewn across the floor of this 8-foot-high, mostly empty chamber. It's got food. Go for it. I'd say investigation. Yes.
Lehman. Lots of boxes. Wiggy, you find a frozen piece of meat. Not sure what kind of meat.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
You find a single little shred of something that looks pretty rotten. He did throw something. Yeah.
Alright. With him with it. Wee. Let me just roll 20d6. It didn't.
If it dealt 8 more damage, it would have killed him.
Yeah.
Also, it is 200 feet down, so... Yeah, I don't know about Umag's range, though.
Oh, yeah, 8320. So, You would have to do it with disadvantage. Yeah. If you want to shoot him, you can. Just with disadvantage, because he's also prone in a cage at the bottom of a ravine. He's dead.
As Lehman just puts a well-placed shot right through his forehead.
With almost no effort at all.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Get sniped, nerd.
Headshot. Other than the gold you collected? Alright, you leaving the area? Cool. I am gonna call a small break time. Well, actually, I need to go to the bathroom. But read some things too, yeah. But think about where you want to go from here.
SWB audio capture, not registered. SWB audio capture, not registered.
have returned. I've also discovered that I may have accidentally had a technical issue where it wasn't capturing, like, your guys' audio.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Because despite having done this for about 2 years now, I still make mistakes with it.
So, so at the Union Pantry a couple days ago, I found a good find. I found a good find. They were giving away. Well, I found and because they had a box that was just filled with like chips and snacks and that stuff,
I like snacks.
and at the bottom
SWB audio
there
captured,
was a
not
fucking
registered.
party size chewy like Chips Ahoy
Ooh.
pack. And I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking steal as I grabbed that. Because earlier I grabbed a bag of pork rinds and that was not the best.
Mm.
But the chips boys are good.
Hey!
Hello.
Hi.
Also, Gail, quick question.
E-
When is dawn? Or when will I have to roll for my animals again? Pretty sure it's coming up soon.
It's coming up soon.
Yeah. Like next couple hours or so.
Like, I'd say by the time you made it, like, back to any one of the towns, assuming you went straight from here to, like, one of the towns.
Oh yeah. Just rolled back in with another squad of animals. Let's go.
Alright, so East Haven is the most optimal speed route here.
Well, is everyone
We're trying not to die in the cold. I'm back with pepperoni.
Nice.
From the deli. In Nimbler, Oregon, that nobody will ever visit.
Is Danielle back? I'm gonna take that as a no. Oh, never mind, she's typing. Yes. Are you back?
No. Gee, someone's feeling a little antsy today.
What happens when you
He's
get
sick.
sick?
Yeah,
Someone's got some ants in their pants.
jackass.
I mean, no.
Yeah, I'm sure no.
SWB audio captured,
you've met
not
Danielle.
registered.
She sasses people.
Yeah, she's just more sassy today than usual. It's like how sometimes I'm more
But she's
chaotic
sick.
than usual.
She's
No, it couldn't be.
Is
No
Evan
way.
back? I guess not.
One thing I was sad about this past week was when it was on 420 I didn't actually close it.
I hated 420.
Fair enough. I honestly get it as a teacher, Josh.
We had 4 arrests that day.
Sounds alright.
Oh.
One of my ball players in his class, the whole entire class got searched and 3 kids got arrested. 2 for weed, other one for cocaine.
Wow.
Hog.
Bringing cocaine on a day known for weed.
I don't know, my kids are too broke to get cocaine.
Our kids are the ones who will make it.
Wow.
And then sell it.
Oh, we have plenty of weed dealers, yeah. I know exactly who they are.
Yeah, if you're gonna do drugs, don't be stupid about it.
It's just, I
well,
feel like doing
or just
drugs
don't.
is being stupid about it.
That is
But-
true. Just don't.
If you're gonna get into like something like that, wait until you're 20, and also like at least do something like marijuana that's like now legal or something like 21 or so. When we do get into marijuana, where it's like, but also get into it where it's like you actually know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean?
SWB
Like,
audio
after class, I
capture,
got some
not
snacks.
registered.
I need a chill day. Take a little bit of edibles, chill out, watch some fucking, I don't know, One Piece or something like that. That was my original plan, but then the person that was gonna buy for me didn't show up to the university that day. I was like, fuck. Also, I mean, that was the original plan, but then also it was on the night. It was on the night I was gonna DM, so I was like, oh man, that would have been fun.
Yeah, I don't like DMing under the influence.
Meh.
Fair enough. But
Never
also,
tried it.
but also, it's funny because I just wrapped up that like mini mini shot, I'll call it, and the final it was funny because the final boss had two whites help him, right, and one player's had a fucking like a one of the bags of tricks that just summons animals. And they had a lion and a fucking giant boar, and one of the whites was able to basically 1v1 them and almost kill both of them just because it kept getting off the fucking drain ability when it needed it. I'll be like, make a con save,
Oh goodness.
and then the con save will be like, oh, they rolled a 9, and I'll be like, all right, let's go. And like, and like, most of them were like fucking what's it called, criticals too. I used them on crits. I just kept getting crits for some fucking reason that night.
So,
I almost
since
called them
we're
in.
all back, where do you plan on going?
Ah, I mean,
Optimal speed route dictates that we go to East
SWB
Haven,
audio capture, not
seeing
registered.
as it's 12.4 miles.
I mean,
But we have shit to do in Goodmead. That's
12.4
16.6.
as the crow flies. But what's more likely for you guys is more like 13. Those are mountains, dude.
So we're not crows?
No. Like,
Who's gonna tell me this?
this structure here is mountain.
yeah. No matter what, it's gonna take a while.
Yee.
So we're going to go kill the guy with our pot, right? After that fun little outing.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, can we at least bring him to justice? Well,
No,
No.
I think that it
We-
is justice.
Yeah.
He who hoards the food will be drowned in it.
And then
Jeez.
serve.
I can't argue
I
with
don't know
that.
why that got me so much.
It is an old kobold proverb.
Because now I'm just imagining just like you guys fucking dunking his head in the soup bowl.
Till he dies. Jesus
He
Christ.
dies.
I fucking waterboarded to death.
Hey, where's Rachel? Where is she?
Shut up, Ethan.
Where is she? Rachel!
Oh god.
Quality reference, Danielle. We go through the mines. The mines! Yeah, I think we just head back to East Haven.
Alrighty. Let me get out my fucking random encounter table.
No.
No, you see, I'm not gonna drown him in food. I'm just gonna shove a sandwich down his throat and choke him to death.
Pog, let's go. Gail.
Pog.
Gail, quick question.
Yes.
How far are you think away from East Haven do I roll for animals?
Yeah, you can roll for
SWB audio
animals.
capture,
Like
not
about
registered.
half the way you get to East Haven. Like when you
I
reach
give,
the little creek that the kobolds have
I fucking-
gone up to go to the mountains.
I fucking
go
give
check
I give Ron a piece of jerky and I say, "Good luck, friend," as he just disappears.
The jerky
then-
doesn't go with him.
Well, no, he probably ate it before that because it's fucking Ron.
Roll your animals. 4, 5, and 6.
Pick one of those as a badger.
Hold on, let me pull up this sheet real quick. Whites. Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, it's a gray. 4, 5, and 6. Josh, you're correct. One of those is a badger, one is a panther, and one's a boar.
Oh. Have
Have
you
we had the
rolled
boar
Let's go.
that before?
Yeah, we got boar.
No.
Oh no, giant cave boar. Yeah.
Okay, boar. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Did I name the boar?
Test.
No. Boar shall be named. Uh,
Wait, is he just a boar or a giant boar?
oh, let me read that. It's a boar.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
Them's good eats. A
All
little
right.
chewy.
God,
But
now I'm
you
gonna
know.
have to come up with another fucking personality.
All right. His name shall be Saxon
Eeyore.
because the Anglo Saxons really like to
We-
decorate themselves a boar.
We already have an Eeyore. It's the panther.
No, it's the wolf.
I
That's
know.
the
I'm
wolf.
excited.
That's the
Yeah,
wolf.
it's Fenris.
I don't know what to fucking do for a voice for this dude.
I just
SWB
look at him and
audio
say, "That's
capture
Saxon."
not registered.
Just kind of blinks at you.
Himbo voice. Himbo voice.
Ethan.
No.
No.
It should be a southern British voice.
Now the question is, can I do that voice? I'm not sure if I can.
I mean, I got Aurelius. I got Aurelius, Giuseppe, and Saxon with me. Let's go.
Just make him a southerner.
It has
I'm
It
not
has the
sure I can do a
Tomo
southern
Arigato
accent
voice.
that well. Like, I
Well,
have to
you'll
practice
learn.
for it.
There's only one way to do it, and you just gotta try.
I mean, I suppose I can just imitate Imogen of Critical Role.
You could.
Because she's got a southern accent. At least a bit of one.
Like
I'll
the
try my
tobacco that they
best.
feed in there.
I mean, to be fair, we got fucking Aurelius who's like fucking like a nobleman type of personality. We got Saxon who's just a southern hick, and then we got fucking Giuseppe who's like
Who's a
he's like a fucking
mobster.
Italian.
monster.
Jesus. What is
Someone
this?
roll me a d20 and then someone else roll me a d20.
All right.
Ooh. Yes. So,
Not another avalanche.
no, it's not. As you're plodding
Blizzard.
along, you see a familiar hulking figure on the horizon.
Ruben!
Ruben!
As Ruben, like, notices your presence nearby.
SWB audio
Oh,
capture
hello.
not registered.
Haven't seen you in a few days. Oh, you're very excited.
Umag sprinting.
Jesus Christ!
Red!
I just look at him and say, wow, you're really that desperate for friends.
Wow, you are very excited.
Yeah, because you are my friend.
Aww.
Wait, hold on. Quick
And I
question,
don't have
Gil.
a lot of
Yeah?
animal companions.
Quick question: Is this still going to like me, to Lehman? Because I'm the only one that can speak to animals.
Surprisingly, no.
All right, cool. I don't have to translate more.
Like, Umag is just speaking to this thing in common, and it's responding in Owlbear, and he continues, and, like, Umag just responds again in common, and they seem to understand each other.
I just look at that's interesting. Well,
Yeah, let me just
Wait, you guys
move
don't understand
the
him?
snowy Owlbear into the Friends and Summons page.
He.
There we go. So what are you doing all the way out here?
We got teleported to a knoll cave near the spine of the world.
Knowles. I don't like
Yeah.
their laughing. It sounds mean.
Well, there's a whole bunch of meat
Ooh.
for you if you
Oh, but it's knoll
eat
meat.
moles. Yeah.
Knolls
Yeah.
are gross.
That's.
fair enough.
Well, if you ever get hungry.
Knolls are like full of
disease.
Yeah, that's fair. What are you doing all the way out here? Just moseying around?
Oh, just plodding around, searching for some food for the dryads.
That's fair. Oh, the Dryads.
SWB
I've
audio
heard of them
capture
often.
not
Well,
registered.
that's because they don't like to be heard about.
Fair. That is very fair. Well, we're gonna keep on going this way. You can join us if you want, but we're gonna head over to the big city over there.
I
But
think it would be best if I did not go into the big city. People don't like
yeah,
owl bears. They're afraid
I
of them.
don't. I can understand why, but why? You guys are so sweet.
Oh,
You're awesome.
no, I am a sweet owl bear. Other owl bears are not sweet. They are mean.
Oh, that's stupid. Anywho, I will see you later, Ruben.
Oh, see you later, Umag.
Bye.
And, I kind of look at Ruben and say, "Hey, Ruben, you said dryads, right?"
Yeah?
Okay, I give him thumbs up.
Why do you ask?
No, it's just I've heard about them, especially from one of my friends back home.
Okay.
No, I just want to just wondering
Okay.
if I heard that correctly before.
Well, goodbye, friends. We will meet
Goodbye.
again soon.
Bye, Ruben.
Hold on, I pull out some of that fucking mammoth meat. Here, Matt, give it to him.
Pull that what?
I pull out like a
Oh.
pound of that mammoth meat.
Ooh, you killed a mammoth?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There was one mammoth remaining.
You are much stronger
And
than
you want some?
I thought you were.
Oh. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that, especially from an owlbear. And owlbears are pretty strong.
We are pretty strong, but even we cannot take down a mammoth without big help.
SWB audio capture not
There's
registered.
6 of us, so.
That is true. And you all survived a cave of gnolls.
Yeah.
Most people of your species would get murdered.
Mm-hmm. Good thing we got there first.
Well, to be fair, my friend, we hunt our enemies like a pack of wolves, mercilessly and calculated.
You sound quite dangerous, but quite effective.
Yeah.
I will have to make sure the dryads know this. They may take interest.
Ooh.
Oh.
Alright.
Mhm.
Goodbye,
we're on a tight schedule.
friends.
Bye, Ruben.
As Ruben plods away through the snow.
As
What
Ruben says that, it's like,
dryads?
wow. Yeah, fucking Ruben just looks down. It's like, wow, just like, just like Wolfram.
Would have heard of the dryads on this place? Ethan
I'm
wouldn't think
debating on
so.
what check that would be. It'd be with disadvantage. But I don't know
Obviously,
if it would
yeah.
be history, arcana, or nature. So one of those.
I do one?
Okay.
You know,
Hmm?
could I do one?
How long have you been living in Icewind?
I have not been living in Icewind Dale, but I do have people that know dryads back home.
I'm gonna say also roll with disadvantage.
Okay, I get it.
SWB audio capture not registered.
Damn it.
Oof. Yeah, Umag, you're a city boy. You have no clue about the dryads.
And you said which one?
Nature, arcana, or history with disadvantage. Yeah, you don't know anything either.
I mean, I get it. You know, different dryads, different places. I get it.
Lemon, what are dryads?
Well, you know what dryads are.
By
You just
chance.
haven't heard of dryads
Oh.
in Icewind.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean,
Hmm.
they, forest spirits, melee.
Oh, by the way, you've
I
been
didn't
walking
realize
for
that.
about 9 hours now.
All right, let's get to East Haven.
Yeah, let's get to East Haven.
East Haven will be another 6 hours.
Oh, yeah, has Nugget returned to us?
Oh, Nugget definitely has returned.
All right. I was gonna say, did you deliver the message?
Message delivered.
Good job. I pull out some meat for him.
Excellent.
Mm.
As he grabs it from your hand and noms it down. Alright, so another 6 miles to East Haven. Or 5 or so. So 5 hours, not 6. So, you've been walking for 14 hours now.
Please. We've been up for nearly, I think, 18.
Something like that.
All right.
Our
Well,
circadian
You
rhythms
guys
are
are
whack.
tired.
that's kind of bad.
Alright.
SWB audio
That'll
capture,
be-
not registered.
I'm not sure how much you guys usually sleep in Brinchander.
Umag's gonna go home and sleep.
Alright. Let me see here. Let me go.
Hey, can we just go to Umag's place?
I don't know if we have enough room for you.
I mean,
I guess
hey,
we walk up and I knock on the door.
hey, we fucking did some good shit.
You're a
what's my
quite
dad's name
tall
again?
orc. I don't know. What did you name him?
Give me a second, I'm gonna find it.
But your very tall orcish dad opens the door and just, "Oh, Umag, I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?"
Out and about in Icewind pretty much. Touring the 10 towns, fighting crime, doing the things that mom raised me to do.
And you survived?
How about you?
I'm
Yes.
impressed.
You know the runes that
Like, as soon as you
you
said
brought
runes,
over?
his face just drops in that kind of, oh no, face.
So they work.
As he just takes you to the side of the house and just, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, the runes.
Where did you learn about the runes?
I went to study and I saw them
Oh, fuck.
and I read them.
And you said you can use them.
Yes. They're
Ooh.
giant runes, by the way.
No, I know that.
I can now understand. I can now understand giant.
You're not the only one.
Oh, hey!
No,
My
no,
father's
shush,
name
shush,
is
shush,
Old
shush,
Mag.
shush.
Yeah.
Your mother is not supposed to know.
Mom,
SWB audio capture, not registered.
just prepare to have a talk. Yeah,
Fuck.
my dad's name is Old Mag, by the way.
Olmag.
Old Mag
Just,
with an L.
oh, God.
My sister's name is Jenny. How's Jenny doing? How's her business?
She hasn't really contacted us too much. Kind of, that
Oh,
whole
sure.
separation thing that she likes doing.
Oh, yeah. She kind of shuts herself in. Where'd she end up again?
I think
Where-
she's
where-
in
where is she?
Brinchander this time of year. Although this
This
time of year being winter, but then again, I don't know how long it's been winter. So really, she could be anywhere.
Yeah. We were near the tribe, near the spine of the world.
Why were you down there?
We got teleported.
Don't ask.
I haven't
Anywho,
met
so
your friends.
this is the party. This is Wiggy. I pointed to the little white kobold.
Hello.
Spookity Spookity has magic. Sprocket, Artificer.
Magic. All right.
Vera.
call me that.
Vera's also another half orc from Red Cat Glacier area.
I see.
Let me have Lehman,
Huh?
the ranger.
These are my friends.
Lele,
As I point to all my animals.
and
You're an
this is
interesting one, Lehman.
Lele.
I
Lele's
mean,
interesting
you
too.
know, I mean, to be fair, he's kind of he looks at Giuseppe. He's just paying Giuseppe at the moment. He's like, this is my friend Giuseppe. This one's Aurelius, and then this one, Saxon. They're all pretty nice. And then oh yeah, this is Nugget as I pointed Nugget. That's on my
SWB
shoulder.
audio
He does
capture
kind of a
not
theatric,
registered.
almost bow type thing.
So, yes, and this is the
Oh
party I've been
no!
traveling with for the
I'm just
couple
like,
of
oh
for the
god,
last couple of or at least weeks or so.
I see.
Yeah, couple of near death encounters. Vera saved me. You know,
Have you
they're
been treating
all
my boy
all
well,
great people.
keeping him alive?
Yeah.
Excellent. How much trouble is he? And
I
takes a look
mean-
at Umag's armor and just... Where'd you get Mithril?
His rat stole it. I immediately point to Lehman.
As Omag
His
gives
rat
Umag
stole
just
it.
a look and just raises an eyebrow.
We know who it belongs to, and we know that he's not a good person, so he doesn't deserve it.
Okay. I don't want to ask
Hey.
because I feel like that would put me in danger.
Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Yeah, those runes work now. Prepared for definitely a conversation when Mom gets home. Do we
that
still?
means I'm gonna have to explain those things.
Yeah. I could be a smith now. By the way,
Unsurprising.
I figured out as my first piece of artwork was to a bee lord,
What?
The bees.
a lord of bees.
The
The
bees.
Lord of Bees, and let me say it was a really good piece of work.
Lord of Bees.
Yes, it was a Swarm Keeper Ranger.
Ranger.
You met
And
Ripley?
Yep.
Where
Yeah.
is he?
SWB audio
He's in
capture not
Deputy
registered.
I'll have to pay him a visit sometime. I haven't seen him in a good
He's
few
great.
years.
He's created a sandwich with honeyed ham, and it's so good.
There's nothing new, kid.
Like, huh?
There's nothing new. We just can't afford ham.
Damn.
Fair. That's fair. Um, they're wondering if we have. They don't want to pay for an inn. Do we have enough room to house them?
I'm gonna have to check with your mom, because she's home.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It is currently dawn.
It's
We've been away for the
currently-
last.
No, at this point, it's currently quote-unquote dusk. You guys
We've
have
been
walking
awake.
for a while.
Yeah. We've been awake for the last 18 or so hours.
Why?
Because we didn't
'Cause
want
we
to rest in
fought-
the wilderness.
And then we got we got
Whoa.
teleported. And we fought some more, and here we are.
Wait, you walked all the way from the spine of the world to here in one day?
Yeah.
I'm impressed, but your legs must be so sore. Come in. We'll have you sit down.
Oh,
As he guides
also,
you inside.
I got some new boots.
Oh,
That were gifted to us.
those are
from
actually some nice boots.
someone. Yeah, they're called Boots of the Winterlands, I believe. Pretty neat.
I've heard of those.
The cold
Those are magical, aren't they?
cold doesn't really. Yeah, the cold doesn't really affect me as much anymore.
Ooh,
Like I'm resistant to it. Yeah.
that's very good out here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely a family
SWB
heirloom
audio
for sure.
capture not registered.
You guys can sit down in the living room. I'm gonna start preparing some tea. All right?
I'll help you. You gotta treat the
I
guests.
just what's it called was basically how I'm sitting as Aurelius is like I'm just leaning against Aurelius, who's just laying down like a normal cat, and then Saxon's just kind of laying at my feet. I just prop my feet on top of him.
And like Umag, as you make your way to the kitchen with your dad, in the kitchen you are met with your mother, who is currently like preparing some food.
Hi, Mom. We're
Oh,
back.
good, you're back.
Yeah. We got teleported
I'm sorry, what?
to a knoll cave
A knoll cave?
near the spine of the world. We've been walking for the last 16 hours or whatever.
She looks to your dad, just, has he already explained this to you? Just, oh yeah. I'm actually quite proud of him. Not just anyone could survive that. Just, this is true. But I'd kind of hoped
the
you'd
rest-
get yourself into not as much trouble as you have been.
Oh, we've gotten into a lot of trouble.
That's the problem.
A lot of trouble. Well, we found out who took it.
The cauldron?
Yep.
And who might it be?
Also found out. Guys, I need help. I don't remember this. Names.
To be fair, I don't think any of them remember.
Was the
You need names: Tony, Ashton.
okay. It was. Yeah, they're in the living room anyway. We also found out that the mayor of Targos
SWB
is
audio
not very
capture,
nice.
not
He's Not a
registered.
very good person,
How so?
aka a spy. He is a spy for someone or something.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, keep the language outside the house. She gives him like a death glare and just. I apologize.
Oh. But yeah. So the rest of the party's in the living room.
They wanna
Some of them
stay
wondering
here,
if we
don't
could have
they?
some. Yes. At least that's what they told me. I don't know if their minds are changed. I'm going to stay here.
I'll
And
see
my
what I
room.
can do.
I just,
Oh, Dad,
I mean,
look at
I mean,
this. I pull out. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like, oh, Dad, look at this, and I dig in my back and I pull out the shiny lure that I picked up.
Here, let me see that.
Here you go. What do you think?
I think this is magical. Like nothing keeps
Oh, yeah.
a sheen like magical items.
Mithril? Question mark.
No, it's not mithril.
Gail, could I
As-
do a Smith's
Well,
tools
you
check to
watch
see
as
if I can?
your father just like traces a rune on the fish hook without your mother seeing. It like glows for a tiny flash and just I know what this is. It's like he just cast identify.
He's a wizard.
This is
Maybe.
a hook of Fisher's Delight.
Oh. It's a rare item.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Looking
A
at
floppy 6-inch long magical fish.
yeah. These have some interesting effects, like the yellow with black stripes fish. You throw it at someone. I'm not kidding. You actually throw it
God.
at them and to knock them prone.
That's fucking awesome. So you catch, motherfucker.
Oh.
So
This
if
is
you
good.
fish with this hook, you're gonna get some weird ass fish. I apologize.
A lot of. Yes. We get a lot of weird fish.
Sorry, I get excited when it comes to magical things.
I know you do. I've seen
So
you
I'm
over
just
the
like,
years.
I'm just wondering what happened with Gil. I'm also just gonna keep an eye on him.
Like, she is just with a very intense look on her face, just looking between the two of you. So your son told me he can use runes of some kind. And he just freezes.
It's like the tiptoe, like the cartoon. The sun's like tiptoeing out slowly, and then she turns around and says something. You just freeze. You just
And he
Oh,
said
no.
that he found them from you. Mac, help.
I can't. I'm telling the truth. I'm sorry. You know we can't hide things from Mom. She always finds out.
I can sure as hell try.
What? You're not gonna try now. She knows.
God
Better
damn it,
take it
Mac.
now than later.
SWB
whispering.
audio capture, not registered.
Give me a moment
Sorry, Dad.
to assemble my words properly. Oh, Mac, this was supposed to be a secret.
I'm sorry, Dad. I got too interested in it.
Wow, fucking
Sorry.
Umar's just like a fucking a rat, so don't tell him shit.
Oh, it's. I didn't know he had it as a secret. I just found it,
Yeah, and
and
he
I
immediately
applied
told
it,
your parents
and it worked.
that my rat stole
I
your
told Mom I
fucking
could get.
armor.
My mom's gonna find out one way or the other.
Will she? Will she know that the rat stole it?
You know that someone's. I think it's pretty hard to determine that. Not hard to determine that. A guard in a very poorish place gets a mithril armor.
You could have fucking said we got it from a cave, from a witch.
From a witch! But, like, after a minute or two of your father assembling his thoughts, he says just like, okay, so... Never actually told this to anyone before. But, I was kind of a renowned adventurer before we met. I'm sorry? Yeah, like fighting monsters, looting random caves. The works.
That is so freaking cool.
Umag? Quiet,
Huh.
please.
Oh. Yes, Mom.
And, one day of exploring here in Icewind, I came across this, like, kind of circle of thrones.
SWB audio
Like,
capture,
really
not
big
registered.
thrones, like giant-sized thrones. And, well, I'm not entirely sure how to explain it, but, like, the center of the place opened up and there was, like, a dungeon underneath it, or... I couldn't help but explore. I found these runes. I started learning how to use them. Let's just say I can also cast some magic. No, the magic I'm familiar with. The runes I'm not. Wait, you were familiar with the magic? How could I not? You're not exactly sneaky with it? I thought I was. And I guess sometime during his childhood, Umag found the runes, and I guess he's learned how to use them as well. Though in much different ways than I've been seeing. You said you can, like, grow bigger?
Yes. Would you like to see outside?
Yeah, outside. I would love to.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweetie,
see
would
us.
you like to see? Fine.
Everybody sees the three of them walk outside.
With Umag and Olmag looking very nervous.
Oh, with tea too.
Oh
I
yeah,
give
with
them
tea.
tea.
He made sure to get you
tea.
guys tea first.
Yes.
I give him like I kind of when he hands me the tea, I kind of give him like a little nod, like don't say anything.
I
He gives you kind of a
I
nod
give
as
him a
well.
little.
Okay, good.
SWB audio
Alright,
capture,
so you said
not
you can grow bigger.
registered.
What are some of the other things you can do with your runes? Oh,
I can
Josh, you
reflect.
missed the fucking conversation.
Oh, Josh, you're missing it.
You missed the conversation between his parents and the unveiling of the runes.
I can reflect an enemy's attack from my allies back to an enemy,
Oh.
and where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Fuck. Wait, that's it. Wait. And then I can become a much, much more sturdier and much, much stronger
Oh.
through this rune. And of course, there's a couple other runes, that I memorized, but I chose these two because I thought they'd be the most helpful.
Alright.
You want to see big?
Sure.
Okay. I activate the rune. I grow large.
That's quite impressive. How long does that last?
A minute. I can deal extra damage with this too.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I shrink back down.
I suppose I should unveil some of what my runes do. They're a little bit more magic based than physical based.
Yeah, I can only ever get the enhancement ones down.
The what?
Enhancement runes.
Yeah, those are the easier ones.
Yeah. Mom, I can speak giant now too.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Cool.
Cool. I can speak giant too.
He.
Olmec,
We
you
can
are
never own.
testing me.
SWB
sorry.
audio capture, not registered.
But
It's-
one of the nice things that I can do sometimes is as he begins casting what looks like a firebolt until it starts changing multicolored. Alright. This is a chaos bolt. Now, as soon as I throw this out, I'm gonna move very quickly to one side, so watch out, please.
Okay.
As he just, casts it at a little, archery target he had set up for you a long time ago. It, the bolt bursts into lightning instead of anything else. And suddenly he is, 10 feet to his right, moving incredibly fast. Ooh, that's fun. I love doing that. So, with my runes, it is kind of it's basically sorcery. Is Wiggy just peeking through the window?
Nuts.
So yeah, I can do a bit of sorcery. I also have some control over the runes that Umag here has done so well with, though I haven't used those in forever. Haven't needed to. So, any questions?
No.
Why were you hiding this?
SWB audio capture, not registered.
To be honest, I was afraid. As you should be. Let's just say I know how much you dislike adventuring and putting yourself deliberately in danger. Question, Umag, how much do you put yourself in danger with your missions?
I abstain from this vote.
Oh, gee, thanks. You're the one who got us into this mess.
Would you call a few near-death experiences close?
And just like simultaneously, your mother says a lot while your father says, "Oh, absolutely not." And she immediately starts glaring at him. Just, I have made a mistake.
Hey, Mom, you're the one to say to go and explore the world.
I'm the one who said get a job.
Yes, I did get a
Damn.
job. I'm working under you. You're the one who trained me to do this. He's the one who brought me magic.
I trained you to be a town guard.
Damn.
And I
didn't train
combined
you
the
for
two.
whatever this is. Relax,
And then you.
Indra. Relax, honey. He's doing fine. He's not dead. Yet.
I'm not dead. I only have a couple of scars. Hey, have faith.
I
That's
suppose
not a
you
lot
have
of faith put in
survived
me.
this long.
We just walked 16 hours straight from the spine of the world.
Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to walk back
SWB audio
inside,
capture,
have
not
tea, and you
registered.
are going to tell me exactly what you have been doing these past few days.
Sounds great.
I'll be there to
Yes, Mom.
fact check him.
As
Make
guy's
sure he
just like,
doesn't.
cool. I can
Yeah.
make.
See if.
I think we have a little bit of hot cocoa.
Everyone's else there. Joe, just to make sure
Just
we
like
fucking back.
drama.
We're just watching, but also we're like there. It's like, hold on. You didn't do that. Just make sure Umag's not like overselling his like pizzazz right
As
I don't want to overstep my
Olmec notices all
pizzazz.
you guys at the window and just like you can tell from his eyes that he's basically saying, "Get away from the window right now."
All right. Well. I'm just like, I'm just chilling on my animals, and then like, we can just talk to him while we look at the window.
As he walks back inside and hears Wiggy say that and just, not sure I can do that, little kobold friend. Wiggy was it? Wiggy?
A wise.
Wiggy the Wise.
Yeah, it's Wiggy.
Gotcha.
Wiggy Wiggle the Wise. I don't know about wise, but it's
Wiggle
Wiggy.
to my friends. You are not one.
Okay.
We just call him Wiggy. Just call him Wiggy. He'll be fine.
Gotcha. Well, Wiggy, this isn't something that I can give or even teach. I was born with it and enhanced it through the use of runes.
Wiggy doesn't believe him. Wiggy thinks he has a statue.
Is this something that has to do with Uncle Ross and how he got polymorphed?
No. Uncle Ross was just an idiot.
SWB
Wait, hold on,
audio
hold on,
capture,
hold on.
not registered.
What about polymorphing?
Did
Oh,
he
his
get
uncle,
turned
his
into a
Uncle Ross
toad
got
by a witch?
polymorphed by a witch
Yeah,
Was
who
it a
was
toad?
also a member of his family.
yeah.
Hold on.
Ross
Shit
was an
related to
idiot.
witches too?
Wait, two?
What?
You run into witches?
Yeah, we killed one earlier.
Yeah, we killed one. Yeah. That's
Uh,
where you have to pop
that
from.
wasn't
Did
it.
you ever get her name?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was a lot of shoot first, ask questions later.
Okay, because
There was
if her name was
my name was-
Maud, then yeah, she did the deed.
There was
I don't-
a frost giant. There was some running.
Frost
Some
giant.
murder.
I don't think it was Aunt Maud.
You
No,
sure?
just-
She was definitely known for, being creepy.
No, she was. I don't know. Stuff happened. I don't think it was her.
All
might
right.
have been.
I mean,
I don't know.
whatever. But I see you were
what was
watching
she-
us cast magic, weren't you, little kobold? What kind of magic do you cast? I heard you cast magic.
I'm gonna get your statue.
Oh, what?
Wiggy flashes his statue. I'm gonna get yours.
You watch as his face just drops in the oh no face again. Just where did you find that?
In a cave.
Aha.
Uh,
Uma, can I have
They're
a
all-
word?
SWB audio
People ask
capture,
questions
not
here.
registered.
Especially about Wiggy.
Especially about Wiggy. Especially about Wiggy and Lehman. Don't ask questions.
Just, Uma, can I have a word with you in private before our discussion? Is that
Uh,
alright, honey?
that's-
Fine.
Oh, chills run down my spine. Just
Chills run
oh,
down
no.
his spine.
Are you sure that they both have one?
Damn.
Uh,
God
what is it?
damn.
We'll just be a minute. And
What is it, Dad?
if you would please join me in the secrets chat.
Oh, shit.
Alright. So as he pulls you aside, just like into your childhood room.
Okay, I'm getting my notes out. Make stirth. Eek.
Here, you roll me you roll me perception, but like whisper roll it.
Okay, I need to activate that. Actually, I'll just yeah, I'll just act. Where is it? Never whisper words. Always whisper rules. Perception. Yeah, no. I can't see jack shit.
Gotcha. I'm just checking something. Just give me a moment. He doesn't see him either,
Yeah.
so just like
Oh no.
he just like pulls you aside into your room. Here.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Hello.
Welcome.
I think player Ethan is okay with. Because I'll if it not.
No, it's fine. I rolled perception 2 and I got an 8.
Yeah. Oh my god, a 5. Yeah.
We're too scared of Mom. We're too scared of Imdra to notice anything.
But like Olmag takes Umag into his childhood room and starts whispering just like, okay, so about your friend Wiggy, have you seen that statue
Mhm.
before?
Yes, that is what he uses to cast magic through. And
Uh-huh.
when he does, if he kills someone, a little orange thing pops out. I don't know if it's their soul or not.
You can see him grow like a tiny bit pale. Just,
And he
uh,
consumes it. And he gets health back from it.
have you noticed any physical changes since you met him?
Um,
I'm sorry, I thought I heard something.
I don't know. Josh, would have Umag noticed changes
Wiggy
to...
has only shared this with Sprocket, and it's like covered by his sleeves so far. Next
Okay.
level, there's gonna be a big splotch on his nose.
I have not noticed anything change in him yet.
Okay. Your friend Vera is a cleric, right?
That is correct.
Because I don't exactly want to say what this might be out loud, just in case I'm wrong. Ask her to prepare Detect Good and Evil, and cast it around your party.
SWB audio capture,
Might
not
reveal
registered.
some interesting things.
Okay. Ask her to prepare
Detect Good
cast.
and Evil. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and you remember the whole, like, talking to owlbear things when you were young?
I told you about that?
No, but I saw it.
Oh.
Like occasionally you
Yeah,
would
so
just like wander outside the city for a little bit, and I would accompany you, and then just like occasionally an owlbear would show up, and you two would just converse as if you were speaking the same language.
Uh, yeah, so I can do that. We found another owl bear. His name is Ruben. Very nice guy. Very sweet dude. I can speak to him.
That's a cute name.
Yeah. He helped us out a lot. And we helped him too.
Have you
He's my
been
only
hearing
he's my
anything
only
about dryads?
Yes. Ruben has been mentioning something about dryads. I didn't know that there were dryads here. And
There are dryads
nice to know.
everywhere in Icewind.
Oh.
Or at least in the areas with more trees. They like their trees, but some of them really like the snow. But, here, as he pulls a map from his pocket of Icewind Dale and marks a point on your map to the east of the Shangarn, or no, to the west of the Shangarn River. Just like, this is where that Circle of Thrones was. If you possibly want to learn more about the runes,
SWB audio capture, not registered.
maybe go there. One more thing. If you get caught in a blizzard and you hear singing, and only you hear singing, the dryads might be calling you. I've been
Why
called
do
to
they wanna
them
call
once
me?
before. Only once. And it was
Why?
when an owlbear first brought you back after you went missing.
Oh.
Some of them are very nice.
That's-
Some of them are very not.
That was a very nice outback to bring me back.
Yeah. So, if they perhaps recognize you, don't piss them off.
I will do my absolute best, Dad.
Great. Now I think we need to go have a discussion with your mom and the rest of the party.
Yes. That sounds good. Dryads are everywhere. I'm always being watched.
Well,
Got it.
not necessarily always. Just like the owlbears, some of the more bestial wild creatures.
Are Chewingas by chance part of the dryads? We've ran
There's
into a lot
certainly
of
a little bit of a
Chewingas.
relation. I'm not sure how
We
much
ran
of
into a-
one, just because I'd never quite ran into too many Chewinga. Have you?
Mm-hmm. A lot. Like nearly every other day, we run into at least 1 to 3 Chewingas.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if one among you has somehow gained the favor of them, or somehow been chosen by them. I don't know.
Probably Vera. Probably Vera. They love Vera.
They love Vera.
Mhm.
Interesting. So I guess,
SWB
keep
audio
that in mind.
capture, not registered.
Will do. Let's go get our asses shoot out.
Yeah!
Yay! High five.
Yay! High fives.
High five. And
As
walk
he
out.
exits the door. Wiggy, can you make me one more stealth check?
We'll see how this goes.
Oh
Oh,
no!
oh, that
Do I want to make a
hurt.
perception?
Yeah.
I see you.
As Olmag opens the door and thunks it right into Wiggy's nose and just, oh jeez. Looks around, sees that nothing's there, just casts, like,
look-
draws a rune on his temple, and his eyes start glowing, and just, Wiggy,
I
how much did you hear?
I think he's been here the entire time. And he has message too.
nothing.
You are to not speak about this conversation to anyone.
Wiggy
Understand?
Wiggy crosses his arms and says, "Give me your statue."
He doesn't have a statue.
As he
You have
just,
statue.
like, casts a spell and there's an ice sculpture in his hand. Will you take this? Like
Wiggy's
an
is
ice
made of
sculpture
stone,
in
right?
the structure of the Aurora Dragon.
This doesn't look spooky enough.
That's because it's not. This is the Aurora Dragon. Are you familiar with the dragon gods of Ashal?
Would Wookiee care about them is the better question.
I don't
Is there-
know.
Because they're all good.
SWB audio
So
capture,
Wookiee
not
probably doesn't give a
registered.
crap.
I mean, because this is still technically Ashal 2.0 now, Flynn is much more chaotic neutral. Folier
Well, okay. 1 out of what, 12?
of 11, yeah.
11. Yeah, okay. Kind of close. Wiggy will take it and say nothing more.
I'll be
Wiggy,
watching you, Kobold.
Wiggy, I know you told Sprocket. Sprocket only talks to you. Don't tell the rest of the party, please.
Wiggy zips his mouth.
Great. Because I am helping you find your dogs.
But that was
And I
going
think
to
that-
that was going to happen whether you were here or not. But I appreciate it.
Dogs is a conversation we'll
Good.
have later.
Let's walk back.
And we
All
shall
right.
now join the general chat once more.
Hey, squad.
Yeah,
Hello.
we just sent in J Squad.
Josh, it's a good thing you were messaging me because I was starting to fall asleep.
Yeah.
God
Fucking-
damn it.
me and Danielle were like, Evan!
And wake up! There's war!
And then
Lord.
As Olmag comes out with Umag and Wiggy, with Olmag just shooting intense glares at Wiggy.
No, Wiggy's still invisible.
Oh, he is?
Can I?
You
can I-
shooting
can I pick
intense.
up-
I'm not revealing that to the rest of everyone.
I mean,
Can
his
I
eyes
pick
are
up
still
Wiggy?
glowing, so he's actually glaring at you. He casts see invisibility.
Well, he just looks crazy, is all. I'm gonna gaslight the heck out of this dude. Yeah, totally.
Jesus.
Anyway, as his eyes turn to their normal kind of like brownish color, I believe we have a discussion.
SWB audio capture,
That was more
not
than a minute.
registered.
I'm
kinda-
sorry,
kinda-
we had some things to discuss.
Yeah,
I just
like
look at him and kinda give him
Wiggy
like a nod, right?
sneaking up on us.
I feel like
Wiggy's-
that's not surprising, Umag.
Wiggy says nothing and remains invisible.
Yeah.
Wiggy's over there as a point in the general direction of where Wiggy is.
Just
Wow.
wait a minute.
Didn't know you were going that crazy, Omar. This young.
Anyway,
I'm
as like
gonna help Wiki cast like this.
oh goodness. But I assume for like another portion of the night, y'all are just like explaining what you've been doing to Umag's parents.
No.
Apparently.
No.
Yes.
No. Umag is doing it all by himself. We're just there to fact check and make sure it doesn't
Yes.
Yes.
embellishes the story a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not gonna embellish the story at all. I'm gonna tell it how it is. I'm afraid of Mom.
I mean, that's fair. You fucking ratted out my mice, my rats, my boys. Fucking.
What else do you want me to do?
To be fair, his mom still doesn't know
Don't
that
just
you
walk
stole
up
the
to
armor.
your dad and admit to stealing things. Who does
Yeah.
that?
Especially ratting out your friend like, oh yeah, fucking Lehman, his fucking mice.
Like his dad
Mom will
didn't
find out.
care. His
Yeah.
mom
Why?
doesn't know
How
yet.
would she find out?
Mom always knows.
Why? She's a captain of this city,
Mom
not the other cities.
always knows.
But also, who,
As his
why
dad
would
just nods and agrees with that statement.
yeah. Also,
My mom will always
SWB
find
audio
out.
capture,
also,
not
Gil,
registered.
I give all Mag kind of a nod, like a you didn't like kind of like you didn't say anything, right?
He just shakes his head subtly at you.
Okay, good.
But yeah, just like as you're telling how Umag got smashed, it just like his mom's just like, well, he is of age. Was it at least responsible?
No.
Yes, I did win the drinking competition, and I did win money.
Drinking competition.
Oh
From
yes,
Lily.
that sounds so responsible.
Yeah, that sounds so responsible. It sounds like a fucking frat boy.
Umag,
Yes,
I won. I won money. Okay.
I'm disappointed that you would even participate.
Oh shit.
I
Mom?
didn't. I watched and laughed.
We all had a fun time.
As his dad,
Well, wait.
as old Mag kind of pipes up and just, you know, we did that too. Exactly why I don't want him doing that.
That's fair enough.
But
Can
why? And Wiggy, no.
can I
You think I can't even talk to girls, dude?
Let's just say we know what happens when you get a little too drunk.
Oh,
As Olmag's face just kind of drops in the oh no face again.
can
I
can
still
I
regret that day.
It's
Gail?
do ragged, oopsie baby.
Oh no! Am I an accident? Is this
Not an
real
accident.
life?
Are you
Not an
actually asking
accident.
that?
A happy surprise.
a happy surprise.
Are you
holy
actually
cow.
asking that?
Yes,
Just, what? Where'd you get that idea?
Wiggy.
Please. I just look over at Vera and say, wow, he is
SWB
really
audio
rad.
capture, not
Just-
registered.
Yeah, so it seems.
No, you were not an oopsie baby. You were perfectly
Oh.
intended.
Well, a surprise that let's say
No,
A
he was not a
byproduct of the night.
surprise either.
okay.
Okay, can we get off this topic, please? This.
I'd actually
But
quite
yeah,
like
that's
to hear
pretty
about
much-
all of the irresponsible things you may have been doing.
The only irresponsible thing that I have done is almost die a couple of times and win a drinking competition.
And you can see your father almost pipe up and then just, like, recede back. Just, nope, don't say that.
Wow.
That
We
right there
now
is the.
understand that Umag has no sense of how to de-escalate things.
Well, I pull a piece of paper. I write down on it and say, "Wow, it's generational." I put it, give it to Vera.
What did you write down?
Wow,
Wow.
it's generational.
Them being both almost rats.
That is all the irresponsible things that I have done this whole entire time, and the week and a half that I've been gone, 2 weeks.
That's a lot of irresponsible things to do in 2 weeks.
Please make a
Yes.
persuasion or deception check.
I have advantage on this. I have
Good.
advantage on deception. I have a +1 in it.
Why?
Let's go.
Why do you have advantage?
Yeah, you don't strike me as a
Frostmaiden.
deceitful type.
Ah.
Austrian?
No, not that one.
Cloud room.
Cloud Rune?
I thought the
Cloud
cloud room
Room,
was the
that is.
counter.
That is, and its
That's a-
passive gives me.
Oh.
Oh, that's Frost. My bad. This is Cloud. Cloud Rune. There we go.
Huh.
Yeah, some of those rooms are weird,
Weird.
but pretty good.
SWB
fine.
audio
I am
capture,
choosing
not
to believe
registered.
you. Simply because you are my son.
Love you, Mom.
She's gonna pull the thing like, "You'll never
I
lie
love
to me,
you,
alright?
Dad.
You'll never lie to
I
yourself."
love you,
I
Umag.
haven't. I haven't lied. Umag
sure
has
hope
not
so.
lied. I just want an animal companion, okay?
Well, that is fair. He did befriend an owlbear.
Timothy.
As her
Shit, I
face
forgot
drops
about
into
that.
a what?
I forgot about that. I befriended an owlbear. His name is Ruben.
As Olmag gets up and just, I'm gonna get us some more tea.
As Giuseppe
I
tries to
forgot
calm
about
down the
that.
situation.
I'm sorry, Mom. Please don't ground me. I like adventuring.
I'm sorry, what?
You're a grown man.
You befriended an owl bear.
Yes. I think it's best to tell you now that I can talk to owlbears.
Make another persuasion check.
Oh no. Persuasion. Ah, damn! I don't have. Oh, I have proficiency in it. I have a +3. Oh.
That
Let's go.
I suppose that makes sense with some events in your early life.
Hmm.
Still,
Yeah, I can.
Still just bizarre.
Yeah, I can't explain it either, Mom. I I can't explain it.
All right. As Omag comes back with tea and see that the situation didn't escalate, he is clearly relieved, but gives everyone some more tea.
Amongst just running.
SWB audio
9
capture,
tablescoops of
not
sugar on a cup of
registered.
regular tea
Rocket, do you
mix.
want some tea with your sugar?
Sprocket,
Yes.
would you like some water with that sugar?
Sprocket,
Do
was
you
it?
want me?
I'm not
Yes.
sure we have that much sugar.
You spill some on the table, and then you get one handful and you put it in the tea.
You are concerning.
Um,
All right, quick
Sprocket,
question:
Sprocket,
do you have any
we're
honey?
not that wealthy.
Honey?
Durag, you want me to say the
I think we've
secret
got a
stuff?
little bit of honey. We don't have that
I can
much.
go visit Ripley.
All right,
Get
just
some honey.
just that's fair. We could go back to Ripley, but I'm pretty sure Giuseppe wants some honey right now.
I'll see if I can get honey for Giuseppe.
Yes, Giuseppe follows him.
And Imja replies just like, Wiggy, it's not as if we're broke, it's just that resources are hard to come by in the 10 towns, as I'm sure you're aware.
Entire area is frozen. Sugar's a bit,
Everything
rare.
is limited.
They pour than us in the pubs. Fair.
She raises an eyebrow at Wiggy's comment.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's probably nothing to worry about,
Yeah, don't
it's
worry
They
about
get
it.
over
it's for the
warlocks.
Yeah,
it,
you know,
They
warlocks.
exaggerate a
I
little bit,
never know
Just
when
kind of their
Wiggy is
style.
joking.
Well, he's a
Because half the
kobold.
time
That's fair.
he isn't.
Well, he's a kobold.
That sounds racist.
It's not racist.
It's just factual.
A little worse.
It's
And
it's
Olmec says, now that sounds racist.
fair enough.
SWB audio capture,
Yeah,
not
Wiggy, that's
registered.
actually quite a nice saying.
Levin the race.
Levin the racist. Just
Blaming the racists.
as
Go
there's
ahead.
just kind of a pause in the conversation as you say and buried with centipedes.
So I've gotten really good at my greatsword.
That's
I've improved a lot.
good to hear.
We could spar sometime.
I might take you up on that, but I am also dealing with, you could say, another theft case. This one doesn't seem as intense, to me anyway.
Mm.
Like, it's another thing with the town hall again. There was this kind of statue in the building, this, like, big black crystal statue in the building that someone apparently shattered in the night and took all the pieces. We think it may have been Duragar.
Who's Durag?
Name sounds familiar.
They're,
Sounds familiar.
you know how Drow are sometimes called dark elves?
Yeah.
Duragar are like dark dwarves.
They're bastards.
Yes, they are.
Fair enough.
They steal caves.
Wiggy, do you think that of anything that lives in a cave that is not a kobold?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Alright then.
Unless
I'm
I'm not going to say that.
But we've hired
Yeah.
some of the militia to go track these Duragar down.
No.
I'll-
Where do they go?
We're not sure yet.
SWB audio capture
We're still
not
in the
registered.
process.
Well, I mean, what direction did the militia go?
Oh, they went, I believe, northern. Like northwestern a little bit. I'll have to actually check. That's basically me saying, let me check.
Now we're getting side quest syndrome. We go after the Dwerger or the Potheads?
You need it for the level up.
I want my extra attack, damn
This
it.
isn't actually something that contributes toward the level up, but it contributes to tying the main plot of this module together.
Oh.
We're here for XP.
We're here for XP.
XP, not plot.
We're power
I
level.
want to be able to take out. I want to be able to take out 2 gnolls with 2 attacks. Okay, that's my goal here.
I want to be able to just one round to kill the boss.
One around, just everyone's all right. Line up.
Square up, owl bitch.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere else in the book. Give me a moment.
Start
Proverb book.
Why specifically centipedes, Wiggy?
Hell,
They're
what?
nasty buggers.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I mean, those are really common here. I feel like I've not seen that many.
Not really.
Because
They
spiders
kind
are-
of died when the winter didn't let up.
Yeah.
Look. Underground though.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Centipedes are like wasps.
SWB audio capture
Hold on.
not registered.
Hold on,
Provide nothing and they suck.
quick question. Quick question,
At least
Gil.
spiders provide silk.
Can I can I just say, hey, yo, any bugs in the house?
Did you actually say that?
Yes.
No response.
Interesting. Fair enough.
We are
don't
our
even-
own
we don't-
exterminators here.
We don't need it. We don't need another be safe.
Yep.
Good.
Let's just say I'm very good with pests.
What type
Did
of
you learn it
pest?
from Ripley?
What type of pest?
Umag, we do not speak that name in this house right now.
What name? What name?
What name?
I don't know.
No
What
idea.
name?
Wow, that's
Wow.
the one time you don't speak good luck.
I don't know where this.
I'm not
fucking
really
thing
good
is.
with names, so I can't remember.
Names are hard.
Names are very hard. Especially when you travel from town to town.
Oh yeah.
What? Around the
Here. God damn it! Where is this in this goddamn book?
Evan, I need a fucking
Where's
photo of
your
that. I need a photo of that, of fucking with Patches and the dog just having a stare down.
SWB audio
Switch it up
capture
if you
not
ribbon lives
registered.
like centipedes and your ribbon eye.
Fair enough.
Aha! Here it is.
Evan, I need a photo of that.
As eventually Imdra comes back saying just like, we tracked some of the, or at least according to a message I just received, they should be somewhere near Karakonig, which is far off.
Assuming that's care curing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Karakurig.
Well, to be sure.
So, right now, I think there's too little information, but if there's more, I may consider having you folk take on the mission. As,
You can trust us, Mom.
Damn it,
let's
damn
face it,
it.
you all are probably better fighters than all of our militia.
Depends,
Yes.
combined or individually.
As a group.
That's scary.
Again,
Uh,
resources are slim. We don't
Remember,
exactly
if you-
have many people that can fight easily.
Remember, if you ever
And
need
I
some
would.
bow lessons, if you ever need some bow lessons,
I can fire a bow.
depends
Quite
better
well.
than me.
My mom is
Fair enough.
one of the best swordswomen.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Is,
swords.
is Ethan asking Gail swordswoman?
Checking.
You could just say fighter.
Just
Seems
checking.
like she has the
SWB audio capture, not registered.
swords and bows.
You'll think this town needs a shaman.
Fair enough.
Who needs a shaming?
No,
Shaman.
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 Shaman. Shaman.
I don't know what the right
Shaman.
pronunciation
Shamans.
is. I
I've
say
heard it
depends.
shaman.
pronounced both ways.
Yeah, it depends where you come from. Because shaman's very possible, very
Here we are.
standard. Fair enough.
She is better with a sword than she is with a bow, but she can still fire a bow.
How good?
She's one of the best swordswomen in the 10 towns. Okay, and she trained me.
Honestly,
Well,
I prefer
yeah.
crossbows to actual bows.
Yeah, they're.
I
I
don't
shot my
have-
crossbow for the first time.
Oh, did you? Were you
Yeah, it
accurate?
wasn't good.
That's what I
I
think.
I was I had a
Kinda-
50%
I
hit rate.
kind of look at her and say nah, his form was kind of sloppy.
That's what I thought.
He hit at least once, if I recall.
Yeah, he at least this.
We were at rather inopportune angles.
Yeah. Not
Yes.
pretty angles. And
Alright. You still need more practice with your crossbow, Umek. Just because you're adventuring, don't think you can slack off.
Now, Ubog, do you
I
know
like
we're
my
going
long
to
sword.
practice the piano
I
half an
like
hour
my
every
great
day?
sword and my great axe. Okay, I'm not slacking. It's just that the opportunity has not arisen for it,
Well-
and I forgot I had it because I've had a lot of close encounters, face to face.
well, yeah, face to face. But also to be fair, Mom, if me and you were 60 feet apart, I can probably do a lot more damage than you can do to me.
Oh no, shit! If you and I were 5 feet apart, I could deal a lot more damage than you could to me. It's all circumstantial.
I mean, depends.
Hmm.
I was really tempted to say I could destroy you both.
SWB audio
Josh.
capture, not registered.
But it didn't make
Josh-
sense as Wiggy.
Shh, Josh. We don't need to talk about this, Josh. We all know you're an optimized gamer here.
Oh,
I'm
son
not here.
yeah,
not
he's
playing
not
excellent.
optimized.
I know.
It's just he's not like fully optimized. He's just kind of like he knows what the fuck he's doing.
As Imdra asked, so, are you planning on going somewhere? Were you just staying the night, or are you planning on staying longer?
I thought we were just staying just the night and then go find the cauldron or help the elections down in Goodmead.
Nah,
Maybe
we're
just
gonna go
see
drown a
what
dude.
happened with that.
Aaron, go drown,
See,
dude.
he keeps saying that, and that's what concerns me.
That's
Gonna happen.
Shouldn't we check up on the situation in Goodmead first? Those were looking pretty unstable before we got, teleported.
I sent a message.
Wiggy starts whistling.
Did you get a response back?
No.
I mean, what's a nugget?
Nugget just shakes his head.
Okay,
It's sort of on the way. I think it'd be worth a stop.
that's so
Like, Nugget just says to Lehman, just like, yeah, she basically just took the letter, read it, and sent me off with a treat. So,
okay. Interesting.
Yes, Wiggy, because that went so well last time.
the thing about that is he's somewhat not wrong because at least we got some things out of it. You know?
As Omag gets up and just, oh yeah, we should probably prepare some like bedding.
SWB audio
it won't
capture
be,
not
you know,
registered.
grand or anything, but I'm pretty sure we've got a few blankets.
I mean,
I
to
can
be fair,
share.
I'm used to it
Oh.
as I'm laying against my animals.
They do look very fluffy.
Vera,
Yeah.
if mom, dad, if you don't mind, Vera can take Jenny's room.
I mean, sure, she's
Um,
not here.
You're not here. I could take one more in my room. If you wanna go in
Taking
my room.
you're taking what's it called? Taking Lele.
As Indra
I
addresses
just got
Wiggy,
that.
just, no, we don't have any rafters. We
Eh,
have a floor, like normal people do.
I
they
mean,
at least have a post in any of the room,
Pose.
yeah.
like a column.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna go
Alright.
tie myself one.
Omag is very confused. Indra is just like, yeah, that checks out. That's Wiggy.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Don't judge
that's
my
biggie.
don't judge my habits.
I'm more curious than anything.
I'm settling. I like to sleep upside down.
Okay.
We only had stalactites back in the cave. All right.
Yes, I sleep with a gun under a pillow.
Dear Lord.
A loaded gun and
Not
the
you
pillow.
say that to people.
Oh god, I was not expecting that.
You don't say that as Rocky as I kind of slap him on the back. Like, don't say that.
As both
None of you
Indra
know
and
how to talk to
Olmag
people,
are,
oh my
they
God.
both give the oh no face.
Don't worry
He's
about
not
it.
gonna shoot you.
Wiggy
He's
like
He can't hit the
Fair enough.
broadside of the barn.
Wiggy is like tied to the
SWB
post.
audio
He's like, "Ah,
capture
shoot, forgot
not
about that."
registered.
He lets out a whistle to tell Tuggy to go assume the position of smothering Sprocket.
As he immediately just tackles Sprocket.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Vera, I'll take you to your room if you're. I'll just show you to your room.
Okay. We are surrounded by crazy people.
Yes.
As Umag guides you into a room that's quite neat.
I mean,
You can tell
Oh.
that his parents have cleaned up the room since his sister hasn't been here for a while.
And there's just artwork everywhere. Artwork being like weaving stuff. Blankets, pillows, everything.
Oh.
Just everything is made
Yeah.
of yarn or wall.
Yard or wall.
Yeah, my dad, big weaver, really good. And then my sister also has a shop open. I don't know where it is, but she's a notable weaver as well.
It's quite impressive.
All right, sleep here if you want. I'm gonna head to my room, and I'll be conked out for the next 15 hours or so.
Good night.
Wow.
Night.
Why is he
15 hours.
sleeping
How
that
jet lagged are you?
Yeah. Why are you sleeping that long?
Because
I-
you almost
To be
died,
honest,
and
to be
then
honest, 8
crawled.
hours. I'm just gonna walk. No, I'm just gonna tell the shepherd to basically go up to you and just like just pounce on you.
Regardless, the half hour clock states that I can only get 8 hours of sleep a day.
Well, yeah. If we try to do more, that's when Giuseppe's gonna. I'm just gonna basically grab Giuseppe and just
SWB
put him
audio
on top
capture
of you.
not registered.
Alright, so y'all get your long rest.
All right, so I got my spells back.
And in the morning, like, Olmag is cooking something that smells good.
I'm gonna help Wolmag.
Like, it's some variation of pancakes, but, like, with whatever type of breakfast food he could find thrown in.
Oh.
It's not bad.
Wait, hold on, Gail. Gail, quick
I
question.
need another soul.
Quick question, Gil. After we sleep, do I reroll my animals?
Sure.
I thought he was making Dutch babies.
I don't know what those are.
They're potato
Oh, so good.
pancakes.
Ooh. Could
What did I get?
potatoes survive here?
Yeah, they're pretty hardy.
Probably the only thing that can survive here.
That is
Oh.
true.
Yeah.
Look.
He's definitely
He's
making
bad.
something out of potatoes.
All right.
He's
So,
back.
so in the morning, there's no more Giuseppe, but a giant ass dog. As Fenris is here for the day.
Hey,
As
the goodest
Intra
boy.
exits out of her room, sees the big ass dog,
Lehman's just laying against a giant ass wolf.
and just
Hi, Mom. Morning, Mom.
leaning.
You got flapjacks?
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
Wiggy's
Yeah.
still tied to the post. Asks Umek, didn't she give us that thing?
Yeah, you gave
She did,
you gave us the bag.
but she wasn't quite expecting a massive dire wolf that she's not even sure can fit through the front door.
Oh, you can. Just I mean, what's that-
SWB audio
what's that Fenris
capture,
say?
not
Yeah, you can, right?
registered.
I don't know.
You can, buddy. As they start petting him.
Yeah, he's depressed.
Yeah, he's a very depressing.
The dire
Creep.
wolf is depressed.
Yeah, his name is Fenris. He's depressed. Don't ask much questions.
Why do I
Do
even
you remember
question things
Eeyore?
anymore?
Mom, do you remember Eeyore from the books you used to
Yes.
read to me?
I do.
Yeah, that's exactly who it is.
Gotcha.
That's exactly who it is.
Why do I
What
even
Except as a
question
wolf.
this shit anymore?
I mean, to be
language
fair,
outside the house.
I mean,
I will not apologize for this bullshittery.
I'm just looking at her and say, to be fair, man, at least it didn't get Roosevelt or Teddy. That would have been a
And
different.
What are those two?
The giant elk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you summon them in here, though?
I don't know. Because I was just, Giuseppe wanted to go back in the bag. The other two stayed. Saxon then Fenris came out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I need food. As she just walks away, shaking her head.
I hand her a plate of flapjacks and bacon.
Bacon is probably a really rare commodity here.
And some sort of meat.
Just some, like, jerky.
Shaped like bacon.
Just, thank you, sweetie.
No problem.
I mean, to be fair, we do have some humanity.
And Olmag, like, calls out Wiggy's name. Just, hey, Wiggy, you said you were looking for dogs, right?
Yeah.
Like, you looking for specific dogs or just dogs?
SWB audio capture, not registered.
He pulls out his wallet and the pictures fold out.
Oh.
Pulls out his wallet with his mouth because he's still tied to the post.
Yeah.
Do you want me to bring you back down from there, Wiggy?
Oh, 5 more minutes.
All right.
But Wiggy, you're gonna miss it on flapjacks. And
As
syrup.
he's just flipping through these are amazing drawings. Oh, I think I've seen this one.
Onde.
As he flips the next page and just, oh, I've seen this one too.
Onde.
I don't speak halfling?
Where?
Oh,
He's asking where they are.
last time I took a trip up to Caerdinival, like, there were a couple of dogs wandering around.
Nuts.
When was that?
Honestly, it was like, 3 weeks ago?
Wiggy scarfs down what remains of his breakfast using the mage hand and then unties himself. All right, time to go. Let's go. Come on, get up.
Oh,
Go.
you're leaving already.
All right,
Uh,
we're going.
Hold up,
Caerdinival.
The rest of us are
Caerdinival.
gonna
Wiggy,
I just say, all right,
slow down. One thing at a
Gardenval.
time.
I mean,
Mom, what's there
to
again?
get a puppies.
I'm sorry, what?
What's in Cardinal again?
Caradinaval.
Where the bastards are.
Let me
No,
check.
they're in Keurig.
Rick, yeah.
Koenig, but we think. It's not confirmed yet.
Like, quick question. Quick question.
SWB audio
Can we buy
capture,
sled and
not
have
registered.
how was his name? Fenris drag it.
Huh. Theoretically, yes. The interesting thing is, sleds only hold, like, a standard dog sled only really holds one medium person.
Yeah, but a fucking one that's led by a giant fucking wolf.
Meh. Let me see here. Honestly, there's not a lot in Caradinaval, just some, like, kind of ruined buildings. Historical ruined buildings! Yes, very nice. But really, there's not a lot there.
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, we can probably go-
Same with Koenig, there's even less there, especially since they've been cut off from Caradinaval. There's been, like, some avalanche or something.
Hey, hold on. Quick question.
I mean, you can get to Koenig, but you have to go kind of a long way around.
Quick question. Idea. Caradinival. It is normally a clear path, right? Like
It's
maybe
normally pretty
one.
clear, yeah.
Okay. Which songs have you does it look like we're missing?
Uh,
That you saw
Olmec's,
there?
like, points to the pictures of Blebby and Ernie.
Oh.
All right. I pulled Nugget closer and I say, hey, but I'll give you this bigger piece of meat. I just need I need to do a scouting mission for us.
Scouting I can do.
Yeah.
SWB audio
Up
capture,
north from here,
not
there's
registered.
a small ruined town, right? It's ruined town, right?
It's it's not a it's not
Fully ruined.
great.
Okay. I kind of say like it's not the
Like, they're
greatest.
nice
There's some
people, but as far as, like, services go, it's run down.
Are they
yeah
dog stealers?
rundown.
Not that I know of. They're just
I
kind
kind
of
of
people.
I kind of just tell them, oh yeah, there's a rundown town. I point, I grab, I tell Wiggy, can I see a wallet real quick?
See, wallet?
No, see your wallet real quick
It took me a long time to draw these.
No. I'm just gonna show Nugget the pictures. I'm basically show Nugget. Can you like check around the area if you see any dogs look like this? As I point to the two,
It
to
gives you the wallet.
yeah, points to the two dogs.
I think you overestimate my memory.
I mean, to be fair, big dogs,
They are
big
very
dogs,
fluffy, but most dogs here are very fluffy.
big dogs, very fluffy. No one's really looking after them.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Good
As
luck, my
he
friend. As I pull out a piece of fish, and also a little bit of rabbit for the road.
as he noms up the food and flies off to Care Dinaval. It's not going to take him a while, because it's only 2 hours to Care Dinaval from East Haven.
All right.
Sorry, that was incorrect. 9 hours.
Yeah. I mean, oh wait, hold on. Before he goes, we're gonna go pot, right? We're gonna go deal with the pot first, right?
Yes.
Okay. I tell him meet us. We should be back that way at that point.
SWB audio capture, not
Michael's.
registered.
We should be
West?
at west. Yeah, we should be at the 2 towns west.
Very helpful. I'm sure I can find you.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, we got you could probably just follow the lamentations of Fenris.
Oh yes, he is quite
Agreed.
loud. I'm not loud.
I mean, yeah, it's fair, buddy. As I said, as I'm petting him.
Is anything else?
Not that I know of.
Excellent. As he flaps off toward Caradinaval.
Uh, there you go.
Ye?
Before we go, how much would 8 silver buy me? Actually, how much would 52 gold copper, almost a gold copper, buy in terms of meat? Like just smaller pieces of meat.
Uh. Not a lot, I'd say.
I don't know, pounds. How many?
Well, like, thinking if a ration is like 1 gold, or is it like 5 silver? I forget.
In normal D&D, it's 2 silver.
2 silver. Oh.
In Frostmaiden, no idea.
I'm not sure, but like if it's normally 2 silver for a ration, okay, that's you can get a moderate amount of like jerky and things that won't just rot.
Okay, yeah, I'll get some. Just for my animals, especially Nugget. Just so I can basically I'm like refilling up the Nugget bag,
The nugget.
or to feed my animals back
SWB audio capture,
that eat
not
meat. The other
registered.
ones they just either scavenge on the way, whenever we travel between towns.
As like this time Olmag kind of taps Umag on the shoulder, just hey, before you go, can I have a word with you?
Mhm.
Sorry,
Wiggy.
not Umag, Lehman.
Okay.
Just taps Lehman on the shoulder, just hey, Lehman, was it? Can I have a word?
Yeah, sure.
Here, come with me.
All
And
right.
the whole time he's just watching Wiggy.
Oh wait, hold on. Are we
Wiggy,
going to the?
Wiggy sticks his tongue out.
As he takes you to like kind of a basically it's his weaving room. Just lots of fabric arts stuff here. And Michael, come join me in the secrets chat.
All right, I'm here.
Just like he closes the door, makes sure that no one else is in there, and just are you what I think you are?
And what might that be?
What color do you bleed?
Oh god. I just kind of look down. I'm like, I bleed red.
Make a deception check.
Wait, Gil. Quick question. What actual color do they read? Do they bleed?
White.
Oh, white. I kind of thought it was like red if I'm in this one.
So you are.
Yeah. Is there a problem with that?
Oh no, no, no.
SWB
I've
audio
just never seen
capture,
one before.
not registered.
It should stay that way. Don't reveal that to people. They will kill you.
No. I know that. I know that.
Yeah, I figured if you've lasted this
I
long.
know. I mean, to be fair, yeah. If I lasted this long, and also to be fair, I was picked up by people that actually
Oh yeah,
didn't want to kill a baby my kind.
that is true. Is this your
Fair.
like preferred form? Like, how many forms do you take?
Uh, Depends who I'm with.
Huh.
My family, I'm like this, probably like a little bit half elfish, because that's human. Well, my adopted parents.
Hmm.
That's human. Mom's elf, and they they just told me it's like, hey, blend in blend in with your siblings, because I
Were
have
you
many
born
siblings.
here?
I was just told. Well, I was told I was not born here, or they found me in a particular manner that might, let's say, have I might have connections to other places.
There's
Other,
no might about it.
yeah,
You. Let's just say I've done some things in my life.
yeah. Good things or regrettable things.
You're an adventurer, you know.
All right.
But,
How many?
how many? What? Or are you insinuating that I've killed your kind? No, no.
SWB audio capture,
Okay, good.
not registered.
I was just double checking on that part.
I might have killed once, but I might have killed one of your kind once, but they were already trying to kill me.
Fair enough. Self defense.
Yeah. But, I know what a Shadowfell aura looks like.
Yeah,
You emanate quite a bit of one.
yeah. I am from Shadowfell, as my father found me through. Found me. Let's say he he found me crying in front of a portal or somebody. He says it might be something like that too.
That checks out.
That place. Yeah. Seems that
So you can
I
talk to animals, so Ranger, I presume?
right. Yep. That's that was a ranger. Mom was a druid. They're
Ah,
amazing people.
I
So
see. So,
yeah.
are you the kind of ranger that can detect portals when they spawn?
I mean
Because I've
the
heard
training I'm
some
going through,
rangers are able to do that.
the training I'm going through, also known as the Horizon, the
Right.
Horizon, uh, uh, Coven, is something my father, my father, particularly looks at. That's how he's able to find the portal. He didn't see my actual my actual people, my parents, my biological parents. He just found me there,
Do you
and
think they're still in the Shadowfell?
definitely seems like they did a lot to did a lot to bring me here.
I see.
Want a better life than back down there.
Well, if it's any consolation, if any portals to the
SWB audio
Shadowfell are going to
capture,
form,
not
it's
registered.
going to be while this everlasting winter still goes on.
Yeah.
So, keep aware of those. You might
All
just
right.
find one, who knows?
Yeah. I probably won't go in, but I'll probably definitely try at least call out to them,
With your
pull them out.
connection to the Shadowfell, I wouldn't be surprised if you could expand the portal, maybe, to let your parents through.
Maybe.
Of
Yeah.
course, it'd be quite jarring from the Shadowfell to the material plane.
I
They'd have a
mean,
lot to get used to, but
fair enough, but
if we've probably
reach.
spent too long, people are going to get suspicious.
Yeah.
So, come visit any time, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let me know how things are going.
Wait. Quick question. Quick question, Gil.
Yeah.
This is Michael. If I bleed in combat, do people notice that I bleed white or red?
Oh, while you're in your human form, you bleed red.
Okay, good.
It's only in
As
your true form that you bleed white.
yeah, I mean, fair enough.
As Olmag leaves the room and goes back to the rest of the people.
All right, I'll follow him suit.
Cool.
Just watch the
Hello.
Clone Wars and
Hello,
Star
we
Wars
are back.
Rebels in preparation for Kenobi.
You dorks.
I do think that he's going to be excellent in that if they write it well.
Have you guys just
I
been talking about Star Wars this
Well,
entire time?
Well,
no,
it's just kind of silent for most
yeah.
of it.
Hmm.
I also think that he would be awesome for that role. I personally think he portrayed a great Anakin, just of course poorly written.
yeah. There's nothing wrong with his acting. It's just the script was a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
He did not deserve the hate he got for
You know what? It only
He
took me.
turned her against me.
that.
So Olmag and Lehman come
SWB
back
audio
from wherever
capture,
they were
not
speaking to
registered.
each other from, and just like Umag's parents just kind of send you guys on your way to Targos to go drown a guy in a pot.
Yes.
I'll get that statue.
And just like, keep telling you I don't have one.
That's exactly what a statue person would say.
But
Would you say that,
willingly
Wiggy?
showed me your statue.
Well, I'm an idiot, all right.
But you're so wise, Wiggy.
I don't understand him.
I mean,
Neither do
wisdom and intelligence are
I.
somewhat different. Somewhat.
Yes.
I mean, look at you.
Mom!
I would normally say don't insult my son like that,
I know I'm not the
Am I
brightest
wrong?
sponge,
but,
okay?
like-
Jenny got
Wow,
all the
even your
smarts.
mom thinks you're stupid.
Jenny got all the smarts, okay?
Damn.
like, I kind of take offense to that too, just because I have... Umag and I are very similar.
I mean,
Okay,
As
Jenny got all the
Indra
smarts.
just kind of
No.
side-eyes them both.
No, Sprocket. Keep your dirty.
Well, before we insult Umag any further, thank
made you
thank
guys
for your
flapjack.
hospitality,
Thank you.
but I think we should be going.
yeah, we should
I
be
made you
going.
guys flapjacks, damn it.
Well, it was dry.
No, it wasn't.
And
Needed
we're leaving.
another
Omag
egg.
took offense to it was dry because he made most of the flapjacks.
Oh, I thought it was do-rag that was making it.
He
They were
helped.
delicious.
It was a
They're
joint.
delicious.
Although I still don't understand the sedentary lifestyle.
It's not something I think you would like.
Fair enough.
You people eat too many carbohydrates.
It's all we have.
SWB audio
Yeah,
capture,
a lot of
not
potatoes.
registered.
And
A
jerky.
lot of yeah. Jerky
It's
and
gonna
potatoes.
fuck up your stomach as you get older.
And your teeth.
Look at me, I'm already fucked up.
Damn.
I
Does
imagine I was
Doodad
laughing.
have like British teeth?
Dude, Dad,
No.
I love this. I love this.
But he's certainly got a bit of a gut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be dead and
Uh,
be
Yeah, your dad is Doodad, and then your mom is Doohickey.
No,
What?
Mom is Indra.
Doodad and Doohickey. It's the little.
Do mom.
It's like
Do Mom,
No.
yeah.
Doohickey.
No, Do Mom.
No,
I
it's
get what Evan's going for.
I don't.
I know. I do.
You hickey and thingamajig, Doodad.
Oh.
dead.
Really, Gale?
I don't
Yeah,
get
well.
things sometimes.
Yeah, kill.
Because like sometimes my brain comes at it at a different angle than like a lot of people do, and I just don't realize until someone actually explains it.
Man, all the regular people out here are taking it from a 90-degree angle. Gail's out here taking it at a 108-degree angle.
What are you talking about? I'm taking at 107
Damn it.
and 3
All right,
quarters.
let's go as I hop on the giant wolf.
And I'm gonna end the session there.
Okay.
Because I've got some
Ooh.
stuff to prepare.
I want to do more chaos.
I know.
I kind of
You literally thought we were gonna head over there now.
don't tell Zane. I kind of wish you did this next week.
Well, that is the first time that